We now have almost everything in place to define our gradient descent algorithm. The only thing missing is an important concept which we call the learning rate. And the learning rate is simply a scaling factor for the gradient values, because it turns out in practice, typically these absolute values for the gradients are too large. So we need some kind of scaling to reduce these absolute values for the gradients. With this learning rate, now we indeed have everything in place. So we have our inputs, which is our text documents. We have our class labels. We have our loss function, for example, the cross entropy loss. And we have our learning rate. And in the initialization phase, the only step we need to do is we have to set our theta values to some random set of values. And the idea is, of course, that now step by step we try to refine these theta values to minimize the loss. And this requires basically two steps. First, we calculate the current gradient. Current gradient means the gradient with respect to the current theta values. And then we have this update step where we in fact change these theta values. So again, we first scale the gradients using the learning rate. And then calculate our current set of theta values minus these scaled gradients. And we have to use minus instead of plus, because recall that the gradient points into the direction of the gradient of the greatest descent.